Along a dusty village road, a tireless donkey trudged forward, hauling a creaking wooden cart piled high with vegetables and grain, its harness taut, hooves steady, never pausing to complain despite the weight. Every morning before the sun rose, the farmer tied the cart behind the donkey and set it toward the village market. The road stretched far ahead, winding through dust and heat, demanding patience with every step. The cart felt brutally heavy, packed with grain and vegetables, pulling hard against harness today. Yet the donkey never complained, just kept moving steadily, loyal to work and farmer always. If you're in the donkey stage, comment number 1 for me. One quiet afternoon, a sleek black crow glided down and perched on a low tree branch beside the dusty road, watching the weary donkey pass, its eyes sharp with judgment. The crow watched the donkey for a while. Then the crow laughed loudly. "Look at you," the crow said mockingly. "You spend your whole life dragging that cart. You smell like sweat. You move like a broken wheel. And for what? You're completely worthless." The donkey stopped walking for a moment. It had never thought of itself that way. "I'm not worthless," the donkey replied. "I help the farmer carry food to the village." If you're the hard-working donkey, do you pay attention to the crow's words? If yes, comment 1. If not, comment 0. Without me, the cart would not move. The crow tilted its head and laughed even louder. "That's what you call an achievement," the crow said. "You're slow, clumsy, and tired. I've seen turtles walk with more pride than you." Those words stung. The donkey shook its head and kept walking, trying to ignore the crow. But the crow's laughter echoed behind it. The next day, the crow returned. It sat on a fence near the road and waited for the donkey. When the donkey passed by pulling the cart again, the crow shouted, "Still dragging that cart. You walk like your legs are made of stone." The donkey felt embarrassed. Maybe the crow was right. So the donkey tried to walk differently. It lifted its legs higher and moved faster, trying to look stronger, but the crow only smirked. "Still looks foolish," it said. The day after that, the crow appeared again. "You're so slow," the crow complained loudly. "If I had your job, I'd finish it in half the time." That was enough. "I am not slow," the donkey shouted angrily. It began pulling the cart faster down the road. The wooden wheels rattled loudly, and the vegetables inside the cart bounced. The donkey ran until its chest burned. From that day on, the donkey could not stop thinking about the crow's words. Every morning, instead of focusing on the road, it listened for the crow. When the crow said, "You look weak," the donkey pulled harder. When the crow said, "You're worthless," the donkey worked twice as hard, trying desperately to prove the crow wrong. But the crow never stopped mocking, and the donkey never stopped reacting. Soon the donkey grew exhausted. It stopped resting properly at night. It kept thinking about the insults. Useless, slow, worthless. The words kept echoing in its mind. "I'll prove that crow wrong tomorrow," the donkey whispered to itself again and again. Then, on the 10th day, the donkey was pulling the cart toward the village again. The sun was hot, the road was long, and right on time the crow landed on a fence beside the road. "Well, look who's back," the crow said. "The slowest donkey in the valley." The donkey's anger exploded. "I am not slow," it shouted with all its strength. It began running down the road while pulling the heavy cart. Faster, faster. The wheels bounced wildly. Dust filled the air, but the donkey refused to stop. "I am not worthless," it cried. Its legs began shaking. Its breathing became heavy. Still, it kept running, and suddenly the donkey collapsed on the road. The donkey lay there completely still. The donkey had not died from the work it had done for years. It had died from something much more dangerous: rage. Meanwhile, the crow had already flown away. It was heading toward another farm, looking for another animal to mock, another target. Now, before you shake your head and say, "What a foolish donkey," pause for a moment, because that donkey might be closer to you than you think. In life, there are always crows. Someone who laughs at your effort, someone who criticizes your work, someone online who leaves a cruel comment, someone who says you will never succeed. Those are the crows in your life, and every time you stop your journey to argue with them, every time you lose sleep thinking about their words, every time you try desperately to prove them wrong, you are giving them power over your life. The truth is simple. The crow never killed the donkey. The donkey destroyed itself by caring too much about the crow's noise. If you've overcome the mocking words like the crows, comment 1.